Hey y'all, it's Anime K-Man. Today I'm going to be reading the second episode of Meddlesome Kitsune Senko Song, episode 2. And I gotta say, while this episode wasn't as narratively intense as the first episode, I still gotta give it credit. It was still competently produced because, for one, it had some character development for our main male MC because you see him become more thankful for all the comforts and pampering that Senko is giving him, like when he considers wanting her to sleep on a bed, one of the guest beds, because she's sleeping on the floor. That was sweet. It shows off his consideration. And then I also like how during this episode he even thinks about ways of how to help Senko out, even though he hasn't acted on those yet. It's showing off some progression that he wants to give something back to her, and I find those sequences to be pretty beautiful. So there is some development from that standpoint. And I like how they're doing some stakes raising subtly, like when the boss yelled at him at the start of the episode. And while I didn't emphasize on that more, I feel like that might be something that could come back later on in the series that could lead to him to go through some adversity. So I like that too. It shows off that the show, it's having plans for something bigger. And that's what I liked about it too. And also like how, aside from the stuff they gave us in regards to the main male MC, we get to see more Senko cuteness, and we get to see her joke around, like when she calls the main male MC a child because Senko is like 800 years old, and she says it with pride. Those sequences were kind of funny and hilarious. Gives it its unique flavor, because in most animes when you have a character that's that old, they usually don't say their age with pride. So this is a fresh breath of air to have a character with that kind of age actually say it with some pride, and I found it hilarious. And also like how during these sequences it brought up another cool story element where she was taken care of by this man that looked like the male MC in the past, but the thing is, it could have either been the main male MC, or it could be something completely different. My theory is that it was probably one of his ancestors in the past, but for all we know, it could be him in the past life too, because the episode did imply it, which would expand the themes on the show a bit if it has themes of like reincarnation and all that. Anyways, I can't wait to see where it goes in regards to all this. So that's what I like about this episode too. While yes, it had its comforting moments, it also had some plot building elements too that will make you stick around for more, and that's what I thought made this episode shine. It wasn't just all comforting. At times it put in some snippets of story to keep you on your toes, and that's why I thought this episode was balanced from a story and character standpoint too. So touche. And from a story standpoint, it still had some funny jokes here and there that I really enjoyed, like when he tried to massage the ears of Senko and he accidentally put his fingers inside of her eardrums. That was kind of hilarious. Or when Senko slept the main male MC, that was kind of hilarious. So I had jokes like that here and there. Our animation was still good, and I gotta give credit to the composer where they can have OSTs in this show that are comforting, but at the same time they're powerful, showing off that soundtracks. They don't have to be powerful all the time to have effect. They can be soft, almost silence, and still have a lot of power in them if they are used properly, and they're used properly this episode. So this built a calming and smooth atmosphere that kind of made me want to fall asleep, but in a good way because of the calm voice acting and all that. And taking all these factors into consideration, I thought this episode was above average, and I'm going to rate it a 6 out of 10. I'm going to eagerly anticipate more, and I'm pumped up for next week. So anyways, guys and gals, comment your thoughts and neighbors in the comments section below. Rate the video, subscribe, and in case you're wondering, usually, at least in the place I live in, after like a certain hour you can't make too much noise because then it might wake up the neighbors. So that's why I'm kind of talking a bit more silent than usual, and also because I just came home, so this anime is really like the perfect way to end off. Like seriously, if y'all haven't seen this episode yet, I recommend y'all to watch it after coming home from like work or school or a tough day. Watch it and it'll instantly be like a relaxer, like this is definitely the perfect anime for that. At least for me, that is. So anyways, guys and girls, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. How do you watch this episode? Do you watch it after a long day? Or do you watch it when it comes out? Thank you so much, all, for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Subscribe for more. Alright. Bye-bye.